Hey guys, Ambience here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get some very easy points on Ultimate Custom Night. So today's going to be a bit of a different video than what I've done in the past, but it's still a FNaF guide, so who cares. I'd also like to take a moment to thank you guys for 300 subscribers. We just reached that milestone very recently. I never thought I would get that far in under a year on YouTube, so thank you guys for that milestone. That is absolutely awesome. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I don't want to waste too much of your time. So, this is going to be split into two segments, basically. First, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the most amount of points possible by doing the bare minimum. And by bare minimum, I mean, you can set these guys, you can click go, you can get up and walk away from your computer, you can come back 5 minutes later, and you'll have the points. It's that easy. You literally AFK. So, let's go ahead and get into that. So, you're going to want to set Bonnie to 20. Make sure you set the animatronics correctly, by the way. Make sure that you set them all to 20, and make sure you don't accidentally turn on any of these guys. Don't blame me if you end up doing that and end up dying. So anyway, you turn on Bonnie, you turn on BB, JJ, Phantom Mangle, Phantom Freddy, Phantom BB, Old Man Consequences, Trash in the Gang, Helpy, Rockstar Foxy, Funtime Chica, oops, missed one, L-Chip, and last but not least, Phone Guy. Alright, so take a moment to look at all of these animatronics, all these characters, make sure you have them all set correctly, and if you have, then you should see a point value of 2,600. I'm assuming that you guys are pretty much brand new to Ultimate Custom Night if you're watching this video, by the way, at least this segment. So if I'm trying to oversimplify everything or dumb it down, then I apologize if you actually know how this stuff works. I'm just trying to make it as beginner-friendly as possible. So let's go ahead and click go and see what happens here. There's going to be a lot of noise once you load in. There's going to be a ton of harmless animatronics that'll be screeching in your face, jump scaring you. I'm not going to move my mouse at all. I'm not going to touch my keyboard, just so you guys can see what's going to happen if you just get up and AFK. So, yeah, we're going to get some harmless jump scares from some animatronics here. It'll distract you, it'll be very loud, it'll cause certain events to happen when combined with other animatronics, but none of that is anything you actually need to worry about here. This ridiculous ad will pop up in your face, a bunch of stuff will happen, and then around, I think, 35 seconds in, then you'll see something start to happen. Red triangle signs are going to start flashing down there, so that's going to cause a ventilation error. So normally this is a huge problem in Ultimate Custom Night gameplay, but it's actually not really a problem here. We're just going to sit here, wait and see what happens. There we go. The office is now completely dark, and pretty much nothing's changed. You can still hear all the music, all the animatronic screams playing in the background, but nothing's actually going to kill you. So you can just sit here and wait the entire time. There is one problem that can occur that I should warn you guys about. Sometimes an animatronic called DD will randomly appear and will summon an animatronic that you did not originally select. So basically what that means is that sometimes you can die here. If DD summons a character and you hear that loud noise play with a new challenger has appeared or whatever it says, then that means DD has summoned a new animatronic, and that animatronic possibly can kill you. So if that happens, I'd recommend just holding down escape on your keyboard, exiting out, and clicking go and loading back in. Let's go ahead and exit out. Make sure that you turn off whatever animatronic that DD has summoned, if that is the case. For example, let's say DD summon Scrap Trap, Afton, then you'll want to be... okay, you know, I don't want Afton on here. Let's turn it down, then let's click go and start it back up again, and hopefully DD won't appear this time. So, I'd say about 4 times out of 5, 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, rather. That was terrible math. Yeah, basically, you've got, I'd say, about an 80% chance of being able to make it through without DD actually being summoned. I don't know the exact numbers on that, but anyway, you should be able to make it through pretty much almost every time that you try it, is the point, with some exceptions. So now let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. If you guys did this correctly, you now have 2,600 points, and you've unlocked the sister location office as well as a cutscene. So maybe you want this cool office originating from FNaF 3. Maybe you liked FNaF 3. You're definitely in the minority there, but maybe you really liked FNaF 3, or you just really like to look at the office, or you just want to get as many points as possible. So in order to unlock this office, it's not showing now because I've already unlocked it, but you need 5,000 points. So, the easiest way to do this, in my opinion, I'm sure that there are easier ways to do this. I haven't done extensive research on this, but this is the one that works best for me. So, we're going to turn on Mangle, Withered Chica, Who else? Springtrap. Always miss him for some reason. Innard. Molten Freddy. Happy Frog. Mr. Hippo. Pig Patch. Jacko Chica. Nightmare Bonnie. Nightmare Mangle. And Circus Baby. So this is going to be quite a bit more complicated. You're actually going to have to do stuff this time. Shocking, I know. You're also going to need to know how some of these animatronics work. So essentially, the basic strategy is we're going to pull up the monitor, place an audio lure in the duct system, which I'll show you how to do in a second. After that, we're going to click back to the cam system and stay on cam 2 for the rest of the night, only bringing up the monitor to fix the ventilation, to reset it, that is. So every time that we do this, we're going to be closing the forward vent by pressing W on the keyboard, and then pull up the monitor, reset ventilation, put it back down, then press W again. However, I tried to record this earlier, and something happened that I wasn't anticipating, which was I got attacked by one of the Phantom animatronics, and suddenly Mangle was in the office for some reason. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I'm going to teach you guys how to deal with these animatronics anyway, just in case. So Phantom Mangle and Phantom BB will randomly appear on your monitor. You should be able to click reset ventilation and go back really quickly. You may want to turn all of the animatronics off by clicking set all 0, go in, practice pulling up the monitor and clicking reset ventilation in the bottom right corner. You may want to practice doing that quickly and then pulling down the monitor instantly. You can also press S on your keyboard to open and close the monitor if that helps. So that's how you deal with these guys. You're going to want to shine the flashlight on the left side of the office every now and then to get rid of Phantom Freddy by holding Z. I don't know if any of these guys actually affect anything, but L Chip, you want to press enter or click skip for his ad, Funtime Chica, and the way to avoid her, she just sporadically appears. Phone Guy, a mute call button is going to appear somewhere on the screen, and you're going to want to click that before he starts calling in. I think that's about it. There's a few others, but they're not really going to affect much, so let's go ahead and click go and get into it and look at the strategy. There's going to be a lot of noise, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. Alright, so as soon as it starts, pull up the monitor, go over to the duct system, and click here. This places an audio lure. Go to cam system, click cam mode 2, reset ventilation, close the monitor. And you should be good from this point. Maybe BB will end up in the office, maybe you'll get jump scared. Don't panic, it's okay. You're just going to want to ward off the animatronics for now. So basically, you're just going to click stuff, mute call, press C to catch a fish for Old Man Consequences. Might take a bit to get the hang of. You're going to want to shine the flashlight here every now and then to try to get rid of Phantom Freddy. He should be appearing pretty soon, I would think. I don't know exactly how he works. Also, one thing I forgot, you're going to want to press 1 on your keyboard to turn on the power generator. This saves a lot of power, and there's no drawback to it in this preset. Here's DD. Shouldn't appear on most of your runs again, but, you know, sometimes it'll happen. So press W, press S, click reset ventilation, pull it down, open the monitor once again, deal with whatever's in your office. So this is very simple. You can just chill most of the time. Don't click the parrot, remember. Yeah, you can just chill most of the time. We're only going to be bringing up the monitor to reset the ventilation. We're just going to deal with everything else by clicking on stuff, basically. Go ahead and press F on the keyboard, close the vent, prevent BB over there from getting in. And we're just going to wait here, basically, and wait until the ventilation starts to fail again. Rinse and repeat. Make sure that you are closing this vent every time you need to. Press W on your keyboard to do that. Let's go ahead and do it again. WS, reset ventilation. I don't know why I put the mask on, just habit, I guess. So yeah, just pull up the monitor, click reset ventilation. This is after you've closed the vent, of course. Lower the monitor and go ahead and open the vent again. Deal with whatever's in your office, which in this case is basically just Phantom Freddy, Phone Guy, I guess, Old Man Consequences, and BB when he's over in this vent, which you can press F to close once again on the keyboard. And we're basically just going to sit here and wait for time to pass. Around 3 a.m., which will be 2:15 up here, the ventilation is starting to fail again. So, going to deal with whatever's in the office currently. Going to press W, S, reset ventilation, pull it down again by pressing S, or by moving your mouse over here. Deal with whatever is currently in your office, and you're good to go. So you're just going to rinse and repeat this, basically. I think the beginning is probably the hardest part. Having to place the audio lure and stuff if you're brand new to the game can be a bit stressful, but otherwise you should be fine. So don't worry about anything else. Just remember, like I said, I recommend pressing 1 at some point to turn on the power generator here. You can tell it's on if your noise level looks like this. Make sure to leave the fan on as well. Just don't press space. You don't need to actually do anything special for that. We're going to reset ventilation again. So WS, reset ventilation, SW. Very simple pattern. You should be able to get used to it pretty quickly. And we're just going to rinse and repeat this basically until we finish tonight and we get 5,000 points. Unlocking the FNaF 3 office, unlocking a cutscene, bunch of good stuff, and it really is that easy. Like I said, I would recommend dealing with whatever's in your office, Phantom Freddy, BB. I don't know exactly what allowed Mangle to get in the office last time, but I just don't want it to happen to you guys. So go ahead and mouse over the characters, especially Phantom Freddy, on the menu if you want to know how they work and how you can deal with them. And that should teach you guys pretty much everything that you need to know if I haven't already. WS, reset ventilation. SW, deal with whatever's in your office. Phantom Freddy, JJ. Problem solved. No need to worry about anything. So it is now 5 a.m. as you can see. In about 40 seconds, we're going to roll over to 6 a.m. So just keep the pattern up. Nothing to worry about. Alright, another 30 seconds, so we're going to have to reset the ventilation one more time, and that will be the final time of the night, I believe. Up. We're going to have to listen to one of the phone guys' calls, didn't mute it in time. Alright, so WS, reset ventilation, SW. Very simple pattern, very easy to learn. And we'll roll over to 6 a.m. any second now. So that's going to be it. If you want 8,000 points, you can eventually get that, but that's going to be a topic for another video. It's a lot harder to actually get that point value compared to something pretty simple like 5,000. Okay, we ended up with 5,100 points, so apparently D deactivated something when we weren't looking, so glad that never came into effect. But anyway, yeah, if DD shows up, honestly, I'd recommend just restarting. Make sure that you turn off whichever animatronic she enabled. Very, very simple. We got a little cutscene here of Anime Freddy and Anime Foxy. And you'll have the FNaF 3 office when you go back to the menu as well. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this guide. I hope it helped you, and I will see you in the next one.